I've been waiting on the sunset, bills on my mindset, I can't deny it. Getting higher than my income, income's breadcrumbs. I've been trying to survive. The glow that the sun gets right around sunset helps me realize that this is just a journey. Drop your worries, you are gonna turn out fine. Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard, to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, 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 hey. I got my hands in my pockets, kicking these rocks. It's kinda hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying into skeptics, skeptics mess with the confidence in my eyes. I'm seeing all the angles, thoughts get tangled. I start to compromise my life and my purpose. Is it all worth it? Am I gonna turn out fine? Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard, to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, hey, hey. Only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around again. I say only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard, to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. And keep your head up, and you can let your head down. And keep your head up, and you can let your head down. And keep your head up, and you can let your head down. Listen, oh, no, 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 no.
I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. Oh, oh, oh. I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. So just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. You're the girl, you're the one. Gave you everything I love. I think there's something, baby. I think there's something, baby. You're the girl, you're the one. Gave you everything I love. I think there's something, baby. I think there's something, baby. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Oh, just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home.
You used to call me on my. You used to.
Hey guys, real quick,
Yeah.
before we get started, if you have your
used to
mask, we want
call
to make
me
sure that
on
we
my
have those
cell
masks
phone.
on for this entire event. The
night
reason
when
that we're
you
going to have
need
masks is
my
any event at the number 100 indoor, we will be requiring facial coverings. So we do have some masks on the way. So if you don't have one, we'll take care of you. Okay? I appreciate you.
Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor. Hanging with some girls I never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you and me, we just don't get along. You make me feel like I did you wrong. Going places where you don't belong. Ever since I left the city, you got exactly what you asked for. Running out of pages in your passport. Hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. These days, all I do is wonder if you're bending over backwards for someone else. Wonder if you're rolling up a backwards for someone else. Doing things I taught you getting nasty for someone else. You don't need no one else. You don't need nobody else, no. Why you never alone? Why you always touch a roll?
Used to always stay at home, be a good girl, you was in the zone. Yeah, you should just be yourself. Right now you're someone else. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city,
Come down, selector.
This one goes out to you and yours. Worldwide. I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back on around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I've been a lot of places all around the way. I've seen a lot of joy and I've seen a lot of pain, but I don't want to write a love song for the world. I just want to write a song about a boy and a girl. Junkies on the corner always calling my name, and the kids on the corner playing ghetto games. When I saw you getting down, girl, I hope it was you. And when I look into your eyes, I knew it was true. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Now I'm not a highly metaphysical man, but I know when the stars are aligned, you can bump into a person in the middle of the road, look into their eyes and you suddenly know. Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you, dancing in and out in the middle of June. My mama told me don't lose you, cause the best luck I had was you. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I said, rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Walking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey papa, kick off your shoes.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Walking in the dance hall, moving with you.
I said, hey mama, 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 hey mama. What you gonna do? Well, my mama told me don't lose you, cause the best luck I had was you. And I know one thing, that I love you. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back, come around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back, come around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you.
dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the night, the chemical, physical, kryptonite. Help us to the base and the fading light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. A backless dress and some beat-up sneaks. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Oh, come on, girl. Deep in her eyes, I think I see the future. I realize this is my last chance. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me.
Ameria King. Where's Ameria King? If I'm saying that right. Ameria King. Amariah King? Is that you? Parking decal.
Hey baby, won't you look my way? I can be your new addiction. Hey baby, what you gotta say? All you're giving me is fiction. I'm a sorry sucker and this happens all the time. I find out that everybody talks, everybody talks, everybody talks. It started with a whisper, and that was when I kissed her. And then she made my lips hurt. I could hear the chit chat. Take me to your love shack. Mama's always got a backtrack when everybody talks back. Hey honey, you could be my drug. You could be my new prescription. Too much could be an overdose. All this trash talk make me itchy. Oh my shit. Everybody talks, everybody talks, everybody talks too much. It started with a whisper, and that was when I kissed her. And then she made my lips hurt. I could hear the chit chat. Take me to your love shack. Mama's always got a backtrack when everybody talks back. Never thought I'd live to see the day when everybody's words got in the
All right, all right. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Good. Oh, I appreciate that. Are y'all doing that just because y'all know the camera's rolling? I appreciate it. I'll take it how I can get it. Well, my name is Frederick George. I am the director of New Student Experience. I have the great opportunity to work with some phenomenal students as well as my colleagues to create this event for you all. You probably remember me from the emails or the videos or YouTube, as I've heard from a couple of people. But I just want to take, an opportunity to welcome you all. 2020, I think, was a hard year for a lot of people in several ways. Our student body stuck with us, and we're really appreciative of that. We had a lot of things that we had to turn around really quickly. So we were really looking forward to 2021 and having some sense of normalcy. And I do also, we want to appreciate and give thanks and offer appreciation for the students that are also being accepting and welcoming of the different policies that we're having to put in place to make sure that we keep all of our students, faculty, and staff safe. So we thank you all. You are the first students that are being here that are having to kind of go through these policies. So you're setting a great example, and it makes me feel really good for the future and the rest of the school year. But again, I just want to thank you all for taking a chance on Emory and Henry. During the summer registration days, we had special programming for parents. And one of the things that I would say towards the end of that programming is really tell all of the families and ensure them that at Emory and Henry, all of our faculty and staff and all of my colleagues, as well as my students here, we take this very seriously. We know that there are, I don't know how many colleges there are in the U.S. I probably should have looked that up before I thought about saying it, but it's a lot, right? And so there are a lot of different opportunities and places that you could have gone and places that you thought about, but you chose to come to Emory and Henry. And a lot of those, we look at the ampersand within Emory and Henry, and it's, academics and so a lot of students, whether they know that right now or whether that's 2 or 3 months down the line, there are going to be other connecting factors that really draw you to Emory and Henry and keep you here. And so we like to think of orientation as kind of the kickoff for that. So one of the things I always encourage students to take full opportunity and advantage of their college experience. So I encourage you to try things that are outside of your comfort zone. If there's something that you thought about in high school that you wanted to do, but your particular friend group, you thought you wouldn't look cool if you did it, now is the time to try that, right? So really push yourself. I don't want you to push yourself to the extent that you can't complete your studies. We don't want you to do that, right? But we want you to be able to balance that. And I firmly believe that a college experience, that we know that you're going to get your academics and you're going to get your degree here, but there's also another side to that. And so from where I work on the student success side and also student affairs, we try to add the fun into that, right? And so I think that as well as a college degree, I believe that memories are really important in your college career. And so at the end of your 4 years or 3 years or however long it takes you to finish, we want you all to be able to look back at your time at Emory and Henry and have great memories. So be sure to take care and take advantage of your full Emory and Henry experience. And so I ask you to give orientation a chance to do what it was designed to do, right? So I think we have some great programming set up for you guys. You all have already brought a great vibe and a great energy in here through the check-in process. And so I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to give some other folks some time to come up here and speak to you all. But thank you so much for choosing Emory and Henry, and I look forward to working with you all throughout the semester. And now I would like to bring up Ms. Janae Wright. She is our SGA president.
I'm a little bit shorter than Fred, so give me 2 seconds. Okay. Thank you, Fred. Okay, raise your hand if I gave you a tour this summer. I worked in admissions. I know a couple of you. Cool. Raise your hand if I interviewed you for honors. Some of my honors people in here. Okay, raise your hand if I helped you during move-in. If I was like sweaty, helping your parents. Okay, hi again to all of you. And for those of you who I haven't met, my name is Janae Wright, and I am your student body president. You all made a great choice when you chose Emory and Henry. Now that you're here, I want to suggest 3 more great decisions for you to make. First, say hi and make connections. Trust me, it's more weird not to wave at folks on a campus this size. I think we all discovered during COVID how lonely life can be when we aren't connected to others. So now is your chance to make up for that in a big way. Fronting that you are too cool for some of these connection builders only keeps you from building those relationships that will last you a lifetime. Second, buy into the buzz. We are the WASPs. We are dedicated people who are super involved in our hive. Now that you're here, you can build on passions that you already have and also develop new ones. We have over 70 clubs and organizations from Greek life. Can I get a woo woo if you're orientation leaders in Greek life? To rugby. Can I get a little woo woo if you're on the rugby team? To some volunteerism groups. Can I get a little woo woo if you like volunteering? There we go. Cool. Got good representation here, folks. We also have amazing staff in student affairs this year who will make this year so insanely awesome for all of us. We have someone over regional trips that are going to be fun, from kayaking to some shopping trips. We also have a director of student activities. Where's Calvin? He's over here in the corner. Woo, woo, woo! He is planning some massive events, one later on this weekend, so I'm really excited to attend that. And we also have a director of campus recreation now who is bringing a fresh and inclusive spin on recreation on campus. You will definitely be seeing me in Zumba in the new Hickory Fitness Center. Here at Emory, students recognize that we have the power to change the world. For many of us upperclassmen, we are now devoted to organizations that we never thought we would even give a chance. I was not going to even participate in SGA, and now I'm the president. I'm also in Greek life, which I strongly opposed as a high school student, and so much more. When the activity fair takes place later on this week, push yourself to go to every single table. Shameless plug, stop by the SGA table and say hi to me, enter a raffle for a pet fish and tank, and also get more information about SGA. Lastly, find your own self. Your mama isn't here, your daddy isn't here, your grandma and grandpa aren't here, so you can be what you want to be, study what you want to study, play what you want to play, and do what you want to do. Now that's a lot of freedom all at once. So let me remind you, in 4 years or so, when you've graduated, your roommate won't be there, your teammate won't be there, your frenemy won't be there. So instead of making risky, dumb, and careless decisions in the moment to make you look cool, make decisions here that will set you up to be the you that you want to be for the long haul. This is the greatest time of your life, but please don't do anything that could jeopardize your life or your future. It's cheesy, but we really are a family here in this hive, so if you ever need anything from me, please come and find me. Have a great orientation, WASPs. Thank you, and then I'm about to introduce one of my favorite human beings that will lead our convocation. So Miss Sharon Wright is an Emory and Henry alumni herself and an awesome, awesome human being. So we're going to hear convocation from her now. Thank you.
I love you too. Oh, and I get a break from the mask. But I won't talk long, I promise. My name is Sharon Wright, and I'm the college chaplain. And many, many years ago, before any of you were born, my freshman orientation began in this very space, in the King Center Gymnasium. There were tables set up around the edges, and I got to go to financial aid, and I got to get my schedule from the registrar, and I picked up my room key to Mawa, and I felt like and I signed the big book on the way out the door that everyone else who had ever been to Emory and Henry signed. So this is kind of a special place, and it's a come full circle for me. I want to let you know that I'm quite a bit older than you all are, and every significant friendship, relationship, or connection I have in this world is a person who graduated from Emory and Henry College. And I'm just going to cheese with Janae. We are a family here, and it's a family that just grows and grows and extends throughout the years and the decades. You've made such a wise choice. I'm so glad you're here. So this is a really big day for you all. This is a huge transitional event in your lives. And at times like these, it's a good idea to just pause, take a deep breath, and if that is in your tradition, to pray. And so that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to invite you, if you'd like, to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bow your head. God, this is a big day. It's a transitional time. There's excitement, anticipation, and anxiety. We are grateful that you are the God of all times and that you are in all places. We are grateful for this incoming class, for their stories, their experiences, and for the gifts they bring to this campus. We are grateful for their families who have nurtured and encouraged them to this point in their lives, and we pray for their safety as they leave campus this evening. We are grateful for an amazing group of students and staff and faculty who have worked so hard to make this orientation experience special and meaningful. The next few days are long, but we are trusting that you will provide us the grace and the strength that we need. We thank you for this time. Amen.
Thank you so much, Chaplain Sharon. Now we will hear from our esteemed Provost, Provost Puglisi.
I've forgotten how to use a mask. Got tangled up there. Well, I'm really pleased to be able to welcome you all this afternoon, and particularly welcoming you. You've probably heard this. You are members of the largest incoming class in Emory and Henry College's history. Did you know that? Somewhere north of 400 students, most of you first-year students, but some transfers and others in there as well. But first of all, I want to celebrate that because you are part of a period of growth and vibrancy on the Emory and Henry campus, and we appreciate you being here. But I want to get beyond the number, because we could get stuck with that number of whatever the 400 and some turns out to be, and we got to remember that each of you in that 400 and some is an individual. And that's the way we want you to feel about your experience at Emory and Henry College. Each of you brings your own experiences, your own perspectives, your own goals and aspirations, and your own needs. And we want to meet each of you as individuals, not just a group of 400 and some students, but as individuals who are now parts of the Emory and Henry community. So we're really happy to be able to welcome you into that community. We're a community of individuals. And everything you bring, the diversity you bring, the experiences you bring, all contribute to who all of us are. And so we want to thank you for that and welcome you to the community. So this is an exciting day, right? For those of you who just arrived today and unpacked the car and moved in and said goodbye to mom and dad, maybe you've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Now, I would venture to guess that the last year and a half of your high school education was not at all what you expected it to be if you had been looking forward, right? We've all had a different world for the last year and a half. But I want you to think about that. And there's a lesson in there that is going to help you going forward. Because you all have learned, by necessity, but you all have learned that you can adapt, you can change, you can look at new ways of doing things, and you can be successful, right? You're here, and that's what's important. That shows how successful you've been getting through COVID and getting through the pandemic, right? So, exciting day for you. Going to college is a big transition. For most of you, I would guess, this is the first time you're living away from home for any extended period of time. Things are going to change. They've already started changing. But, you know, your daily routines are going to be different. Your class days are different from what you've experienced in high school. The expectations you're going to be facing are different. They're challenges, but they're also opportunities. But what I want you to know is that we are all here to help you succeed. You're going to be meeting people over the next few days, and you're going to get a lot of information, and probably at the end of this orientation, you're going to have to sit back and think, wow, what was all that I heard? But you're going to meet some key people who are going to help you make that transition. Starting right now with your peers in their light blue shirts, who are your orientation team, right? You all are great, because you're going to help our new students start to learn what Emory and Henry is and what our community is like. But you're going to meet people this weekend from our Student Success Center, who provide a variety of resources for you. You're going to be meeting staff of our Van Vlissingen Center for Career and Professional Development as you start thinking about where you want your education to take you. We want to help you be successful, meet your goals. Your faculty members that you're going to meet are going to help you to shape what your goals might be, to refine that, maybe to help you think about and define what you want to do with your education. We're all here to help you. And when I say we're here to help you reach your goals, the key word in that phrase is your. Because we're not defining your success. Maybe your parents aren't defining your success. Somebody outside is not defining your success. We want to help you decide for yourself what your success is, what your goals are. And then we're going to help you get there. That's what we're here for. That's what we're all here for. And so we want to welcome you into this community. And if there's one word of advice I would give you as you start your college education, it's be engaged. Actually, that's two words. Okay? One phrase, one idea. Be engaged. Right? And that means, you know, as you've heard previously, try some new things. Expand your horizons. Be open to new ideas. Meet new people, as you're certainly going to do this weekend. Start making those friends for life that Reverend Wright talked about. In your classes, be engaged, be active, ask questions, get into conversations. On campus, get involved in activities. Get the most you can get out of your college years, because it's really going to serve you going down the road. So again, I just want to welcome you to campus. Anything any of us can do to help you, please just don't even hesitate to ask, because as I said, we're all here for your success. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Provost Puglisi. I now have the honor of introducing the more important president on campus, and that is President Wells. 2 years ago today, I sat in your seats and watched President Wells make his inaugural orientation speech as our president. Thank you for your leadership during one of our toughest years as an institution, with COVID-19 obviously, and I am so excited to see your leadership as we approach what I think will be one of the best years in the college's history. Everyone give it up for President Wells.
I'll tell you what, the smart president, the one that's going places, is right over here. And I'm really pleased to see each and every one of you here. As the provost has said, this is the largest entering class in the nearly 200-year history of Emory and Henry College, and you're from all over the place. If you are from the state of North Carolina, which is now the second largest state contributing people to Emory and Henry, if you're from North Carolina, will you stand? All right. Plenty of Tar Heels. That's good. All right. If you can... If you're from the great volunteer state of Tennessee, will you stand? All right. Very good. If you are from South Carolina or Georgia, will you stand? All right. And if you are from the great Commonwealth of Virginia, will you stand? Well, we're from all over the place, but we're all Emory and Henry WASPs now. And so now this is our community. This is where you now call home, and we are glad that you're here. I want to introduce very quickly my wife, who is there at the end of the... I should say my wife and parole officer. There she is. We are going to be having you all at the house for dinner very soon. We want to get to know each and every one of you. We want to know your stories. As Provost Puglisi has said, we want you to be individuals. While you're here, you are contributing to the community here, and by your experiences, by bringing all of the things that your background and all the things you know, you make this a richer place as well. I would give you just one piece of advice to go with the advice that you've already heard, and it is this. You may come up against moments in coming days where you think, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have what it takes to be able to continue to navigate my way through Emory and Henry. Let me tell you this, you can do it. And you will be better for it, and we will be better for it as a community if you are able to continue to stick it out and to get the great experience that there is here at Emory and Henry. There are lots of teams that are here to help make you successful. We want to make sure that you use our Student Success Center. That's for everybody. That's not just in case you hit a bad test or two and are disappointed. It's for everybody. Please make use of that. Make use of your academic advisor. Make use of coaches if you're part of a team. Make use of your faculty. And if there's ever anything that I can do for you, you let me know. I'm happy to do it. We are excited that you're here. Let's have a great academic year, and let's get off to a great start because we're all Emory and Henry WASP now, and we are honored that you're here. Good luck to each and every one of you, and I look forward to getting to know all of you much better in coming days. Thank you for being here.
Well, I'm glad that I'm just coming up to introduce somebody instead of actually doing another speech. But just real quick before I introduce our next speaker, great speaker, one of the things that I really appreciate about President Wells is I think you have, one of the things that is special about Emory and Henry is that the administration is really so close to you, like physically, right? And so President Wells is, I mean, obviously he does a lot of things, so he's not always here. He has an important job. But when he's here, when he says my office is always open, you can literally go in his office and speak with him. So that's something that I've always appreciated and respected, and that he knows my name and lets me call him by his first name. I thought that was pretty cool too. But I would like to bring on Mr. Ryan Boyer. He is our Executive Director of Strategic Initiatives.
All right, I'm going to take the mic out. There's only so much engagement talking about COVID, right, that I can do standing behind a podium. So I'm going to walk. Leah, I'm sorry that I'm going to mess up your video, so apologies in advance. 14 international students, is that right, Fred? Perfect. So also to the 14 international students in this first year that we have, thank you also for being here and traveling, most of you across the pond, right? So thank you all for choosing us as well. I want to talk a little bit about COVID, but before I do, I'm going to share a quick story, right? So a year ago today at the honor code ceremony, my wife was 8.5 months pregnant, right? We were getting ready to welcome our first child. And when I spoke, and some of the orientation leaders here heard this last year, when I spoke to the freshman class last year, I begged, right, you all to allow me see the birth of my first daughter, right? Because at that time a year ago, we didn't have any idea what we were doing, right? Not we as a college didn't know what we were doing, but as a nation, we didn't know what COVID was going to be like welcoming back so many students, right? Last year was arguably one of the toughest years that we had as a college in the 200 years that we've had, right? Last year is going to go, and we're going to talk, it's going to be in the history books like World War I, right? Or the Civil War, or the Great Depression, or World War II, right? That's the year that we had as a college last year, but we made it through thanks to the returning students that we had last year. And so what I'm going to ask of each of you as we go through this year, right, and it begins now, it begins in this moment, is that you all do what our returning students did last year. Take it seriously, right? Because for every person that was like me, right, some of you all have the same situation back home, right? Some of our faculty and staff have the same situation back home. We have put in policies and practices like in this space, wearing a facial covering over our mouths and noses, in order to set us up to give you all the safest and best experience possible. But our faculty and staff are the same way too. There are some that are caring for aging grandparents. There are some that are caring for newborn babies. There are some that are caring for a brother or a sister or an aunt or an uncle who may be autoimmune, right? And so as we come together as a community, my plea to you is to work with the faculty and staff and your fellow students. If they ask you to put on a mask, put on a mask. If they ask you to social distance for us. Because the reason that we were so successful as a community last year was because of the individual choices that each and every single one of our students made last year. And I sincerely believe, and I trust, and I hope that each of you will make the same decision that we have going in. And so as Fred works with his orientation leaders, as Janae works with orientation leaders and the RA staff, as Calvin plans programs, as Dean Wright does everything she's doing in student affairs, as Dean Prophet does what he's doing in student success, we're here for you, but you got to give us a little bit as well. And so the reason that we have it is because we care about each and every one of your success, and we care about what you all are going to do in the year that you all are going to have. If you have any questions at all about COVID, let me know. I'm more than happy to work with each and every one of you, but just know that we are asking that it starts now, it starts today, it starts in this moment. Work with us so we can work with you. Appreciate it. I'm so excited to welcome each and every one of you all to this space, to this class. I'm a 2010 alumni of the college as well, and so this place runs deep in who I am, and that's why I want to see each and every one of you be successful as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
All right, so now before I bring on some of our amazing chairs, what I want to do, I just want to give you all a little bit of a breakdown of what you should expect throughout the next 3-4 days. All my days are running together, but what you should expect throughout this weekend. We took a lot of time in planning this event. When we were trying to plan this schedule out, we're taking into consideration a lot of things. I even told some of my students, when I looked at it, you know, I'm coming on to orientation, I told them, I said, I'm not married to anything. So if there's anything that you think was terrible and that you think students would hate, let me know. But with that, I also told them there are some things that may not be the most fun thing, but we got to have it in there. Like, we can't scratch every single academic session. It's just not something that can happen, right? So I told them to meet me halfway there. But one of the things that we really tried to do was to create inclusive programming. So we tried to make sure that we mixed up the things that we had, so that, we may have an event that is going to be really catered to extroverted students. But within that event, we're also going to have a pocket and an opportunity for students who that may not be their vibe, right? So we want to have things for all of our students to do. So just to name a couple of the things that we have scheduled for you, tonight, after this, obviously you'll have dinner because we want you to eat. We don't want you to pass out or anything like that. So we'll have dinner, and then you'll have an opportunity. We have a mocktail party that'll be right outside of the CAF. And then we're also going to have a scavenger hunt. So you all will be able to choose between the two. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Playfair. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but it's going to be really fun. It's going to be on the football field. It's going to be really interactive. It's kind of an Emory and Henry tradition, so I think that you all are really in for a treat there. And I know I like to talk about all the fun stuff, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention the different academic sessions that you'll learn about the different areas on campus. So those will happen as well. Parents that are watching, we will have that. And then Saturday night, we will have, I don't want to say our first, I'll just say one of our first orientation concerts. So maybe somebody did it before, but we will have a concert Saturday night for everyone. And then Sunday, after the honor code, we will have an outdoor movie and also glow-in-the-dark capture the flag. So there are going to be a lot of things that we have also in between that. And then we have our great activities fair on Sunday during the day. And there's also going to be a time Sunday during that brunch hour. So there are some people who this is their first time to campus. So you have literally no idea where your classes are. So that's probably just somewhat important. I don't know where that is on your scale, but just a little bit important for you all to know where your classes are. So during that time, that 10:30 to 1:30 block, we will have an opportunity to be able to show you where your classes are. So if that is something that you're interested in, we will have that available for you. And one last thing, our great student affairs team, if there are students who do not have vehicles and you need to make a last minute store run to, pick up a couple things or get some snacks, we will be offering a shuttle to Walmart on Sunday as well to have students out who may not have a vehicle. And we also have a cab service, right? So I want to just give you all a little insight on some of the things that we have. Also for students, there is a schedule within your folders. So if you ever are wondering what's next, look on that inside of that schedule. It has every single thing that we're going to be doing for the rest of the weekend on there. So I'm really excited. Thank you all for being here. I told my chair, I said, I'm not like a super naturally bubbly person, so I don't try to force it out. But I am really excited that you all are here, and I do want to bring on Miss Macy Clark. Thank you all.
This is fancy. I'm not used to doing this. Hello, everyone. My name is Macy Clark, and I'm one of the student chairs of orientation here at Emory and Henry College. Our theme this year is We Are Family, and each orientation group is named after a TV family. So you can find which family you're associated with on your folder in the top right corner. It should say family group and a TV family name. Also, in each group, there's going to be 2 to 3 orientation leaders with you all. These orientation leaders are your guides throughout Week of Welcome, and also use them as a resource to help any questions or concerns that you all may have. Now I would like to introduce our other student chair of orientation, Amy Cole.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy. So here at Emory and Henry, it's an annual tradition that the orientation team creates a video to spotlight our student orientation leaders. So if you all don't mind diverting your attention up to the screen, we'll go ahead and play that for you all. Now, every year we used to have an orientation leader create the video, but this year we had two wonderful ladies from our marketing team. So please give a round of applause and thanks to Leah Prater and Rachel Wilbur for taking time out of their day to help us. So another tradition we have here at Emory every year during the welcome is we start to help you all learn our fight song, which you all will be singing for the president after Playfair. So I wanted to go ahead and invite the orientation leader down to the floor to come help us sing for you all. And if I can have everybody stand up, we're all going to do this together. Yeah, like. And if you'll look up at the screen, the lyrics will be up there for you all. The orientation leaders and I will start, and then you all can hop in. All right, ready? All right, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. We're Emory born and Emory bred, and Emory die will be Emory dead. So rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah rah. Blue and gold will reign on high, will win this game today or die. So rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah for Emory and Henry, rah rah rah. Woo! Awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and hand the microphone over to our other student chair of orientation, Elizabeth McCall.
Thank you. So I think this is the point we have all been waiting for. I'm your person to dismiss you to dinner. So keep seated for right now, okay? So what we're going to do, so we don't overflow our amazing people who will serve you in the cafeteria, is dismiss you by your family name. Make sure you check your folder and see if you have your family name. If you do not have a folder, please listen. If you don't have a folder, stay seated. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, will you guys go to the next one? All right, so I'm going to invite our orientation leaders who are in the Huang family, the Lopez family, and the Flintstones to meet at this door under the basketball goal and the other door. As you can see, as they're walking, they have some signs that they're holding in the air. So that is how you're going to know who is your family, all right? So, stay seated for a second, please.
Guys, it's not time. We need you to stay seated so we don't have.
Please stay seated. We're trying to do this in the most orderly fashion as possible, all right? So, if you are in the Flintstones family, Mac, he's right over there. He's holding his sign in the air right by the very first door. If you're in that family, please stand up and go join him and Sophie. All right? So if you're a student, you may join them now. Okay. While that is happening, the next family we are looking for is the Lopez family. If you are in the Lopez family, you will be meeting Graham. He's under the basketball goal. Please join Graham in the Lopez family under the basketball goal. And Kat. Woo woo! All right. Next, we have, let's see here, the Huang family. That is Jared and Maha down there. So if you're in the Huang family, please join them at that door. And please listen to your orientation leader. They are your guide this week, and they know what you all need to do. All right. So the Lopezes, you're good to go. All right. Can you guys switch it to the next slide for me, please? All right. So if you are the family, the Taylor family, the OLs, if you would please come stand at this first door. All right. So let's give them a round of applause. If you are from the Winslow family, please go under the basketball goal and give them a round of applause. And lastly, we have the Brady Bunch. If you are from the Brady Bunch as an OL, please go to this last door. All right. So let's get started. If you are a student
and you are in the Taylor family, please meet Archer. He's holding the sign and his OLs at the first door, the Taylor family. All right. If you are in the Winslow family, you will be meeting Emily. She is under the basketball goal with her amazing OLs as well. If you are in the Winslow family as a student, you may meet them now under the basketball goal. All right. So while that is happening,